Welcome to the MELAG webinar with the topic accessories for MELAtherm 10. We are now focusing on the medical field. The dental field will be topic in the webinar next week, and maybe a few or all of you already listened to the webinar half an hour before from my colleague Alex Fels. And now we're going a little bit more into detail. If you have questions, just enter them on the right side of the screen. I marked it with this small arrow. In this question field, you can enter some questions, and I try to answer them during the webinar, or if I read it and can directly answer the question with a microphone. And or after the webinar, we have a short time in our feedback and download area at the end, and there will be enough time to answer more detailed questions. First of all, a small summary. Our MELAtherm 10 is a washer disinfector which has main advantages because it has an active drying included, an automated dosage of agents included, a module for process documentation included, and an optimized washing chamber which allows very low running costs and very short cycle times. And we have a wide range of accessories and inserts available, which make the MELAtherm 10 perfect for nearly every medical field or dental field. As I told you, we have a wide range of baskets, cassettes, and adapters. Here it's just a small a small shot of a few of the adapters, and our concept here is we want to make it possible for our customers that they can individually configure the accessories so that they have optimal handling and a perfect and the fastest possible workflow with their instrument treatment. And even though there are a huge number of inserts, it might be look confusing at first, but the system is really easy to understand, and I show you why. Every MELAtherm 10 is equipped with a basic basket, and this is designed for our flex system. Here on the right side you can see it. The basket is divided in 6 flex segments and is optionally equipped with an injector rail for hollow instruments on the right side. Most of the inserts in our flex system are stackable in 2 layers, and if you see a picture of our accessories in our price list or in our online configurator, you will always have this small pictogram on the upper left corner, which shows you how much space this insert needs in the basic basket. So it's easier for you to understand how much can I put inside a basic basket, and it's always marked if the insert is stackable, so you can optimally use all the space you have in the washer disinfector. For our hollow instruments, we have an injector rail on the right side. In most of the medical fields you need this, and this one has 11 connections, and you can use a wide range of different adapters for special instruments, and we normally have dedicated adapters for a special instrument to connect it perfectly, so you have the best handling for equipping these instruments in the washer disinfector. If you think 11 connections are a little bit is a little bit low number, we also have the possibility to use distributors like triple distributors, so that we can extend the connections to up to 33. Every adapter here is easily changeable, so you can screw it with by hand or with a wrench. The 10mm wrench is delivered with the device, so it's very easy to make an individual configuration as the customers need it, and so you have a good solution for them. To make it easy for you to find the right accessories, we as MELAG want to give you as much help as you can get. First of all, we have standard configurations for different medical applications. For example, here a standard configuration for a dental practice, for a genealogist, and or for an ENT practice. Another help we want to give you is our online configurator on our website, where you can find many information to all products and accessories, and compatibility lists, and more information for what these special insert or accessory has to be used. Another thing is what you're watching or listening right now is our webinars, where we show you more directly photos how you can connect different instruments, and they are always reviewable on our YouTube channel. And if you have more or special questions, you can also always contact our sales team for your area. So first of all, if you want to configure accessories for the MELAtherm, there are easy rules. First, get an overview over all the instruments you want to connect, and look if they have special requirements. For example, hollow instruments can be connected to the injector rail. If you have, for example, hinged instruments like scissors or clamps, they have a special insert or basket. This leads to the second rule. It's if we have a special basket for something, for example, like scissors or hinged instruments, this would be the best solution we can guess. There is 3 basic rules. First of all, please check if the instrument is treatable in a washer disinfector, because the manufacturer of the instrument has to give you a detailed information if it's reprocessable in a washer disinfector. If it's not reprocessable, then please don't put it in the machine, because if it maybe has some plastics, or is not thermally stable or stable against the process media, then the instruments could be damaged. So please be sure that these instruments are really treatable in a washer disinfector. And now we're going to some examples in the medical field, because here you can get a little bit better idea how a configuration for accessories for the MELAtherm can work. For example, the ENT practice, normal instruments you use there are suction cannulas for ear or nose. You have nose spacula, or regularly you use many ear funnels, scissors, tweezers, biopsy forceps, ear hooks, or lingual spatula. And we have for ENT practice, we have a standard configuration. This is just a recommendation. You can, as I told you before, you can completely change everything. Like for example, if you need a special insert for insert rack for scissors, you can easily add it and stack it, like here on the left side, on top of one of the flex baskets. but this is like our standard configurations we give you are basically what most of the, for example, here in the ENT practices could cover. So yeah, for as I showed you before, for the ear funnels, you have these top frames for the flex baskets, or for the nose specula, you can use the dedicated top frame for nose specula, which make it possible that the hinges of the nose specula are kept open, so that the water can always reach like every part of the instruments. The hollow instruments used in an ENT practice are usually suction cannulas. They're like the bigger ones are normally for the nose, and the smaller one for ear. And they are in two different. They usually have two different connections. First possibility is they have a hose connection. The other possibility is they have a lure connection. Therefore, we have special adapters to use, and we recommend to use a triple distributor, because this is an adapter which is capable to put in a filter disc inside. There are two possibilities: a ceramic filter disc, which is disposable after 20 cycles, or a metal filter disc, which is cleanable in the ultrasonic bath every 20 cycles. And we recommend it because these hollow instruments have very small inner diameters, and you can, with the filter disc, you can protect them from getting stuck with different soiling, um, which goes inside while cleaning, which goes inside the cannula. And depending on the connection you have on the suction cannulas, you can use here these lure lock adapters, which fits to the lure suction cannula, or you use hose connectors with small parts of a silicon hose, which fit to the hose connection cannulas. Here on the right side, you just see an example how it could look. For example, here you have the possibility to reprocess 18 suction cannulas per cycle. Now we go to our next example. It's the gynecology practice. Here you usually use specula, most of the time Cusco or SAM specula or Cristella specula. You also have instruments like uterus dilatators, or more rarely UP grasping forceps. And here, as you already may have guessed, we also have a standards configuration for our accessories, and it's mainly a basis basket without an injector rail, because usually in a gynecology practice you don't have that much hollow instruments, or that many hollow instruments, and you basically use the flex baskets for specula, which has the capacity to take 32 SEM or Cusco specula, or 16 Cristella specula, and it could look like here on the lower right side. If you have some hollow instruments, you usually use this IUP grasping forceps, but don't have that many. So it's also possible for the basic basket without an injector rail to connect an hose extension, and for example the rinse sleeve, to connect this hollow instrument and put it inside the flex basket 6, which is positioned below the specula baskets. Another example in the medical field are surgical practices with rigid endoscopes. We have the focus here on rigid endoscopes because most of the flexible endoscopes are not treatable in a normal washer disinfector. Therefore, you have to use a special washer disinfector for flexible endoscopes, which are a lot more expensive. And with our MELAtherm 10, it's only possible to treat rigid endoscopes. And for this kind of practice, we have the basic, the standard configuration with a basic basket with an injector rail and flex basket 6 located below 2 flex baskets 3. And this configuration makes it possible to treat especially hollow instruments up to 44 centimeters length. And how is an endoscope connected? Usually you have the endoscope here. You use for the lower part, you use the rinse sleeve, and for all the rinse connections or instrument connections on the endoscope itself, you can use a triple distributor, 3 hose extensions, and most of the time Lure connectors to separately connect them to the injector rail. If you have endoscopes with a length of 22 centimeters or shorter, you can treat them vertically on the injector rail directly. And if you have longer endoscopes, we recommend that you also use this hose extension and put the complete endoscope with the rinse sleeve together in one of the flex baskets. And therefore we also have these special instrument holders which you can combine with the grid of the flex baskets, so that the endoscope is safely and a little bit protected, because this is a silicon instrument holder, and you don't have the metal from the endoscope on the metal of the flex basket. So now we're already at the end, because one bigger field is our dental practices, or oral and maxillofacial surgery, or orthodontic practices, which have kind of different instrument set, very special instruments. And because we want to don't extend this webinar too much, we will have another webinar next week, which is completely focused on the topic of accessories for the dental field. So if you want to have another or more informations, you can just follow these links. You can also download this presentation at the end of this webinar. I will tell you then. Here you find some links for our YouTube channel, or to our MELAG website, where you can find further information. At this point, I will thank you very much for your attention.